Hello.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Which it is it's actually a very nice morning here.
Didn't you
The
just say it was
sun
super
just
hot?
came out. Well, it was last week. When I say super hot with the humidity, it got up to, I think it was like 107, 110.
That is insane.
It was disgusting.
Well, I saw
So,
on some of the news this week, some places getting like up to 116. I think it was.
yeah, no, it's
That's
not
too
us.
much.
Because we're going
No, I think it was
down,
probably
thankfully.
Texas or something. But I
But
couldn't.
my thing is take that into consideration if and when you plan on visiting South Carolina for a vacation home per se.
Well, I think I told you we're not doing like the home thing. We're doing more. The plan is an RV, and we'll just
Same.
travel the 6 months.
It doesn't
that
matter
it's
what you're
cold.
in. The weather's the same. So
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it won't be like we're stuck there. Because if it is too hot, we're just like, you know what, we're gonna go and we'll be back in a couple weeks.
oh, I know. Um, so I feel like I haven't talked to you in like forever. I know
It
we
really has been
FaceTime
forever.
since you've been on your trip and back, but I think it was like what, once or twice. Oh, hey
Yeah.
Clyde.
Oh my gosh, showing the you don't just show me your ass, Clyde. Jesus. Hi. Did I get my laugh?
You got such a hairy pussy.
Did you hear what he said about you? Oh no, I guess you didn't.
Oh, I was talking about you.
Oh, me. Actually, I guess that's true too. I should probably say.
Right. I mean, I was talking about technically the cat is your pussy. Wow.
I mean,
Put
you didn't
yourself
say
on
it.
blast.
You were clearly saying it to what is that word? Is double entendre? I don't fucking know. You were insinuating. So I just went there because
It's all right.
that's where you
I
were
usually
going
live
anyway.
there, so it's okay. So,
Come here. No, you're not gonna bother me. Get in the lap then.
but yeah, so it's been what, 3 weeks?
Well, yeah, because we
2
had the
weeks?
in-laws
I don't even
visiting,
know.
and then there was a break in between. Then we went off that way, came back. It's just been 3 weeks, I think.
And then last week, Farrell and I actually had plans, which is wild.
I
'cause
know.
We don't got no friends, really. But, but yeah, so first of all, I mean, how was the trip?
Well, I mean, I think I've already told you. I mean, the trip itself, when we were there, was fine. Wedding, great, awesome. But getting there, horrific. And getting home, not as horrific, but still bad because they lost our bag.
Well, right, because the getting there, I mean, wasn't your first flight? You were on the plane for like a good 2 hours before you guys even
Well,
left?
Yeah, so we were going, what were we doing? We were going via Amsterdam, weren't we? So we were on the plane to go to Amsterdam.
Detroit to Amsterdam, right?
Go. So they said on time, everything, because we got there in the morning. And it was like, yay, everything's on time, everything's going well. And all the way up to boarding, on time. I was like, this is great. Then
We're
get on the
starting off
plane.
strong.
Yeah, well, because usually, there's always, like, it's going to be a couple minutes delayed, but we'll make it up in the air.
Well,
There's
yeah, I
always
can
something.
imagine, especially with an international flight. But yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so I was expecting it, but no, on time, so great. And then we actually boarded. I think it was 4:40 p.m. I'm like, this is awesome. So then we get on the plane, and I can't remember all the details, but somehow they get us on this plane. We're all sat down, ready to go. We taxi to what we think is going to be takeoff, and then we stop, and there's an issue with the lights, electrical, or something is coming on when it's not supposed to, so we need to go back to the gate and have them check that. I'm like,
Okay.
that's fair. Issues with the plane. I certainly
Don't
want
want
to
to go down. Right.
Yeah, I don't want to just take off without them. So we go back to the gate, and I'm like, okay, great. They'll probably let us off. And then, no.
I was going to
let
say,
the
they
IT
didn't
guy
deplane
come
you,
on.
did you?
No, they let him come on, and he's looking, and this is going on and on. I think 2 hours, if not longer. And then once he's done, okay, they're satisfied that everything's good, but now we need to double check the engines because, they've been messing with whatnot.
He rebooted
Okay.
the system.
Well, essentially, yeah, he turned it off and back on several times.
Did a hard reset.
But then, of course, they want to check the engines, and I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense. But then it was, but we have to go back to the gate to do that, and it's going to take like 30 to 45 minutes. So that added on. So anyway, long
I'm
story
just
short, we
thinking.
missed
I'm
our
just
connection.
thinking. I mean, shit. You probably because I can't imagine they turned the plane off, and I would assume a plane is similar to a car in the aspect that it was probably idling and burning fuel.
Oh
Like
God,
I.
that was it. That's why we had to go back.
Oh,
We
is
had
that
to
what it
get
was?
fuel. I'm sorry. No, yeah, because we wasted fuel
Because in
getting
my
to.
head,
That was it.
if I'm sitting there for 2.5 hours in traffic, right, dead stop, we'll say, and my car is
Yeah.
idling, I'm burning gas. So I
And we
would
have just
assume,
enough probably to make it over the ocean from the start.
right, and I'm assuming, right, it would be the same thing for a plane. So yeah, that would make
I
sense.
completely
That is
forgot about
wild.
that. It was engines and top up the fuel. Yeah.
Now, how's the actual flight? Because I've never, the farthest I've flown was like a 2 hour flight, 2.5 hour
mean,
maybe.
Yeah. For most people,
Like-
it's probably fine, but for me,
But like, how long is it?
it's like 8. It was like 8 hours this time.
Absolutely not. That's a work shift.
Yeah.
I would lose my mind.
I know, on a work shift that you are stuck in one place the whole time. I hate it.
'Cause-
And I've actually decided I don't think I will be doing it again.
Again, ignorant traveler here. Haven't been really international anywhere aside from Canada, but we don't even count that anymore. But
Isn't
like,
that weird?
are the seats like are they any bigger than like a domestic flight, or is this the same damn plane that I would have taken to Orlando?
Technically, I guess they are bigger than the domestic flights, but not by much. And me and Paul both agreed. I mean, it sounds silly, but no, we did that. They must have made the seats even smaller since the last time we traveled, because we were on new planes, and they were the most uncomfortable seats I've ever. My tailbone was actually bruised the whole week after I got home. From
Now, not to
sitting on it.
sound bougie or anything, but do you
I
guys like fly business first, coach,
Well, I've
whatever
always
you
been
can
of
get
the
on?
mind- well, yeah, I've always been in the mind. I don't want to pay more than I have to because it's just a means to an end to get there, and I fully
That's
believe
valid,
that
yeah.
Until this trip, if you want me to fly anywhere that's over a couple hours, it has to be at least in a premium cabin because I'm done. I was so uncomfortable when I was stuck on that plane. I couldn't get off, and we weren't going anywhere. Oh, it's different when you're going somewhere, but when you're just sat there.
I think that's. I mean, that's my issue too. Well, it's not even that. It's just being the bigger person, right? Sitting in coach
think about
is
that.
horrible, especially depending on where I'm at. Like, I feel like
I
a
bet.
pack of hot dogs.
I'm not
Like-
a big person, I wouldn't say, but even I was just like, there was no room, and I'm crossing my legs just so I fit in the space, and then that gets uncomfortable, so I'm uncrossing them, but my legs don't fit, so I have to trip. It was just constantly moving, shifting. And so I can't imagine with any, well, I mean, maybe some extra weight would have helped me because everything fucking hurts. Everything was sore.
I bet it. I bet. So everything was sore
Yeah.
but see, and that's my thing is just like, I don't like being around close to people to begin with. Like, right?
Same. You know.
Unless
think
I
everybody
know
that watches this
you-
who listens knows.
Right. I'll let you in my personal space if we're cool. Don't get me wrong. But like, when I go to Connecticut for training, I always upgrade my seat to first because
Don't blame you.
big guy, even for that hour and a half flight, because it's really not that long,
isn't.
I will upgrade, right? And like, I'm going back up there next month, and I'm just like, all right, let's book this so I can get my upgrade
Do
in
it.
because I can't do it. And just thinking about it, because I would love to go to Europe at some point. I would love to go to Mexico.
Take a
I would
cruise to go to
love
Europe.
to
I
go
would love.
like anything like that, right?
Yeah.
But the thought of having to be on a plane for longer than, oh God, like I said, my longest flight's probably been 2 hours and 2.5 hours at the most. But for longer than like 3 or 4 hours gives me angst.
It
Gives
really
me
is
angst.
terrible. Yeah, I think
And
for some
then-
people it must not be a thing because everybody else seems fine, but I just struggle the whole time.
And this is going to be, again, a very dumb and ignorant question, but let's go with it, right? I love a window seat.
Okay.
When we're on a transatlantic flight, are you so far up you can't see the ocean if you look down? Or do you see the ocean? Or
It's
don't you
hard,
even
'cause
fucking
ours
know?
usually do go like overnight, but you can see it, but it's usually really cloudy, so you really can't see much. You can see
Because
more
that's
when you're
another
over land, I
thing,
think.
is I feel like I would get so much anxiety
Because
looking out the window and just seeing fucking ocean.
Well, luckily, I don't think you can see it that well, but that's
Which I
even
don't
worse
think
for
it
me because it just
matters.
looks like you're in nothing.
If I'm
It's,
crashing in a cornfield to the Atlantic, I don't think it's gonna matter
I mean, yeah,
one
you're
half
dying no
dozen
matter
or
how.
another, right? Exactly. But
But
I think
I don't want to be. I don't want my body lost at sea.
I don't want to poop my pants just looking out the window because I feel like, see, I'm not afraid of flying, which is wild because I'm afraid of heights. Heights paralyze me. But I love a window seat. I like looking out the window.
I don't
like
mind any of
watching all
that.
that shit. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I just convinced myself, oh, we're good. Nothing's ever gonna happen.
I wish I.
But I
could
feel
lose
like that
myself
would
in
be different if I looked over water. I don't know why. I think
Well,
it
you
would
know what
just,
it is
and
for me? Like the actual flight, that's not too bad as far as like worrying about dying. But it's the takeoffs because there's always going to be turbulence and it's always going to shake as you get into the air,
Really?
and I hate that.
takeoff bothers you. I hate landing.
Have you never seen?
Hate
Oh, both. I
landing
hate
with a
both.
passion.
But I feel safer landing than I do taking off.
Really?
I've seen
I
that
don't.
many videos of takeoffs where they go, and
Well, I think for me, what the problem with landing is, I've already had an experience that's clearly stuck with me. Is I can't remember where I was flying to, but when we landed, it was so damn stormy that
Oh my
the
God, fuck
wind
that.
was pushing things. Right, like we were swinging.
yeah.
And at one point, we landed so hard, I thought we were gonna flip over or flip, side over side because it was wild. I probably definitely pissed a little bit on that
Probably,
seat,
definitely.
on that flight because, and then ever since then, like I will be white knuckling it when we land. I don't care
I was
if
on
it
the way
is a
up and the way
beautiful
down.
beautiful day outside, not a going on. I'm sitting there,
Yeah.
oh shit, this is the time we're gonna flip over. And then, do you not remember, what was it, last year, maybe the year before that, when we were having all those plane accidents and that one
Yes, when the
Canada flight flipped over on its,
I mean, I don't remember that specifically, but I
I want
remember
to
when
say
we were
the
having
ceiling, but
FAA
it's the
incidents
top.
after FAA incidents.
Right, and
Yes.
the plane was completely up belly up, and I was just like, this is wild right here, and I feel like it happened while they were landing. So like ever since seeing that, my experience, like landing
I get it.
gets me every time.
Yeah. Well, mine's a takeoff and landing, but I get it. It's just not for me anymore, I don't think.
So we eventually get there. How long is the flight from Amsterdam to the UK then? I can't
That
imagine
one's
that's
super
that
short.
long,
It's
right?
like an hour. I actually like that one because it's like you go up, settle, they come around, give you a drink, you finish that, then you go down. And
Yeah, that's basically how I feel like it is
I like that
when
one.
going from Detroit to Charlotte. Like that's how I feel like that flight
Yeah.
is. I don't feel like it's that
Probably.
long.
But see, my thing is now, you never, so I'll look at it and you're like, oh, it's only an hour. Oh, it's only an hour and a half. But now in my head, it's like, is it? Or am I going to be stuck on the tarmac for 2 hours? Is it actually going to turn into 4 hours? Because you know what I mean? I'm planning how long
Yeah,
I'm
you
stuck
should
in
have that
frickin'
disclaimer
pipe.
there.
And so now I'll always think, no matter how short it is, like it's possible it could be longer, so don't count on it.
So on that flight, now is there no direct flights to the UK?
There is from like Detroit to London, but then it's not super simple to get from London to Manchester, so we decided to do the connection in Amsterdam and then just end up
To
in
bypass.
Manchester.
Got it.
Yeah, which I'll never do that again because obviously with the connections and stuff, shit always goes awry. But next time I'll probably just do the London the direct one, and then take the train up or something.
I was gonna
say
say,
next
is
time,
it
but
like
I'm not
is it
flying
like
over there
a train? You say that now. Stop that. Is
know.
it? I would assume it is like a train of sorts that would
Yeah,
get you
which
from
isn't
London to
bad.
Manchester.
But the problem is where you can get to on public transport from the airport in London is a different train station than the one that goes to Manchester. So you have to leave that station, Paddington, and get to Euston
Oh,
on foot. And
Got
then
it.
Go up. Yeah, so that's the part that's why we don't do it. But to be honest, that's probably easier than what we just went through.
so then you guys get there, and you went for a wedding and then a work event, right? Both.
Well, it was
Kinda.
it was for a wedding. Yeah, the wedding was.
They just
Friday.
so happened to correspond in the same week.
Well, no, we planned to see the work people after we knew we were coming. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
while we're here, we want to see you guys.
Oh, I thought it was a work sponsored event you guys went to. You guys
Oh,
just went
God,
out with
no.
coworkers,
No.
like,
Oh,
hey,
that
we're
was just
here.
for us.
Let's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay,
guess what
okay.
day we chose to go out? Did not think about this.
Let's
Take a
see.
guess.
You
That's
got
at the
there
wedding's on
Sunday,
Friday.
right? You got there Sunday, right? Well, Monday, probably,
Oh,
by
I
the
guess
time
we
you
got there
actually
Monday,
got
yeah.
there. The wedding was Friday. You were coming back the following Sunday. Thursday?
Yeah, we decided to meet up
Yeah.
with our colleagues after 3 years on a Thursday before the wedding. I mean, I was alright. I didn't do too bad. I didn't drink that much, but Paul had a little bit much, and so he was feeling it the next day of the wedding. Yeah, the day of the wedding, Friday, it's like 5 a.m., and I could just hear him throwing up in the hall.
Absolutely not. Well, so that was so like this wedding, right? Was it like
Gorgeous.
a religious ceremony or
No, oh no, it
more
wasn't.
like civil?
Oh God, I mean, what? I don't know. It was like a wedding. It was like at a venue. There was like the hall, which was gorgeous, and then well, I say hall, but I guess that's more. What is that? Where you walk and the people sit. I keep wanting to call that a hall, but really the hall is more like where the reception is after. I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea. I got married
But
in
it
a
wasn't
grocery
religious.
store.
It wasn't at a church.
So-
There was no mention. I don't think there's any mention of God. I don't know. Really couldn't.
So
tell
it
you,
was
but I know
more
the
like a
family as
civil
whole was-
ceremony that they did.
I guess, but calling it a civil ceremony when it was
Well, yeah, not a
extravagant
civil
as it was,
ceremony. Not a civil ceremony as in like, hey, we're going down to the courthouse and
Like
signing
we
some
did.
papers.
Yeah, ours
Civil
was a civil
ceremony
ceremony.
as in like it wasn't religious. It was still a marriage, obviously, but
Yeah, but it was very traditional.
wasn't tied
like it
in.
followed.
the same patterns. Just
Yeah, I think
without
I've not actually
Jesus.
been to
Jesus
that
was
many weddings,
busy.
to be honest.
Got it. He
Yeah, Jesus
didn't get
checked
the
out for that one.
invitation.
Well, I just don't
Okay.
think they're hugely religious. I know the family isn't, but I don't know.
Because in my head, like when you originally were telling me that you were going to the UK for a wedding, in my head I thought we were going to like Downton and
Oh, for
we were
fuck's
gonna
sake.
be in this like
Who do I even-
glorious, like
No.
beautiful extravaganza, and
I
and
mean, how
then
far in the past do you think they're stuck? They have more, like, I'd say. Some more
that's a valid
innocence in
point. That's not where I was going with that. But
Oh,
I just
okay.
in my head I just think of the English as more traditionalists compared to
think a lot of
us
people
Americans who are pretty,
I think that's an outdated, like, assumption, though.
thought.
Yeah, I don't think.
Probably.
Well, because the first thing people, like, say that when they meet an English person, it's always one of those old-timey English
Cheerio.
cockney sayings. Yeah, or governor, or whatever the hell.
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought that was Australian. No, is that?
Governor.
I don't know. Forget.
It's
I'm
one of those, Paul.
I'm a dumb
usually when you meet
American,
someone
so-
new. A dumb
hello, governor.
Hey, you want to know something? I have a feeling everybody is dumb, and we all just like to point the finger at everybody else.
Well, that's valid.
It makes us
So,
feel
but
better. I
but
guess.
the ceremony itself was gorgeous.
It couldn't have been better. Like, well, they've been planning
Really?
it for over a year, yeah. So every detail had been thought out. I was telling my stepmom last night about it as well. Like on the tables when you sat down after the wedding
Ceremony.
the ceremony. Thank you. They had these little QR codes on the table for everybody, and it was like, scan this and share the pictures that you've taken today. And I was like, who the fuck?
Oh,
thought
that's
that? 'Cause
adorable.
It's amazing. But I
Yeah.
thought it was just for them. Like you say, share it and they'll see it. I thought that's
Mm-hmm.
still great. But then when I finally went to it a couple days later, it's not just that. Everybody can see all the photos that have been shared. I just thought that was such a good.
That is
great
fun.
detail.
That I
And the
feel like that
food was
gets
amazing.
everybody like engaged, kind of, if that makes sense.
It does. And well, because how many times do you like? Can you send me that? And of course, I'm not going to remember after the wedding.
Right.
Yeah, so it was just such an easy, effortless way to make sure you get all the photos that were taken that day.
Well, yeah, I went.
just one of the
Ariana had a photo booth at hers. I
There's
remember.
a photo booth here. Is it with like where you could put on get-ups and do faces and stuff? Or not like that?
Oh, girl, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, they had one of those here, and I meant to do it, but I forgot.
So what with Ariana's? I remember the photo booth. I think maybe there was little like props and
And
shit.
probably like big glasses. And, like,
And you would take the photo, and the photographer would give one to you to keep, and then they would always do two.
Okay.
And then the second one would go into a photo book for
I
Ariana
wonder
and
if they
Tim.
did that here. Because
So-
they probably would get a copy of their funny photos, I'd assume.
Right, like I thought that was a cool
That's
idea.
cool, isn't it, though? Because you got to get some
'Cause
stuff for them, the guests, to do. They're gonna get
You have to
bored.
think, the cool thing for photos back in, the 90s was putting a Kodak throwaway on everybody's table and say, take
Oh my
pictures and
gosh,
leave that. Do you
yeah.
remember that? I remember going to
Well,
weddings
the
as
only
a
reason I
kid
remember
where
that is because the Friends episode where they lost the cameras.
I don't watch Friends. I know, yeah,
That
we
was in
just
one of the more
talked about
recent
this at work, and
seasons.
I was like, I probably can count on both hands maybe how many episodes I've seen. I never religiously followed it. Speaking of
wouldn't
which,
say
we just had
religiously.
trivia at work, and I won the last 2 times in a row because
Really? What was the trivia
say?
on?
this one was all TV pop culture.
Oh, I probably do all right on that one.
And then the one before that was, I think, pop culture in general. Like, it was a whole bunch of stuff. It wasn't specific
depends.
to the TV medium. But yeah, I did pretty well.
Okay. See, I stay away from those because I know that even though I could do well on some of them, it's more likely I won't, and I don't want to embarrass myself.
It's okay. So, and then you said the food was good? What was the food? I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on this wedding.
No,
that,
it's okay.
Wasn't
It is what
a
it's
Downton Abbey extravaganza, but in my
It was
head it still is.
very
So go on.
modern.
In my head,
actually-
you guys were in top hats and coattails. Go on.
You know what, though? If that had been, like, if that would have fit, I probably would have done something like that. I wanted to wear a bow tie, but thank God I didn't, because apparently it was agreed that only the wedding party, the males, would wear bow ties. So one other guy had a bow tie, and he had to take it off. So thank God.
That
it was
is
normal.
wild. Did they have
yeah.
like ties there for people that
Well, no, 'cause
showed
you
up
didn't need a
out of
tie.
decorum?
No, but he just took it off. He didn't replace it. But I was like, I'm so
That's
glad I
wild.
didn't end up doing that because I almost did. But the food, yeah, it was, what was it? It was chicken teriyaki starter, which doesn't even do it justice. I didn't even take a picture of it. I just like,
Oh,
ate it.
that's different.
It
Anyways,
was-
go on.
Well, normally I tell Paul I don't like chicken teriyaki, and the reason
Oh,
is
I
'cause
love
every
me
time
some
I've had
I can
teriyaki
fuck with
here,
it.
well, apparently I do too. But here, I don't know what they put in the sauce, like in the U.S., but it just has a weird aftertaste that I don't like, and I've never liked it. Well, when I tried that teriyaki, because it just smelled so good, it didn't have that taste. It tasted amazing. I could have eaten like 3 of those, but I'm glad I didn't, because then the next one was the pork, and I don't normally eat pork like that. Like, what is it, roast pork? But that's all there was. So I was like, let me just try it. And it was actually pretty good, but it also came with like veg and gravy. So all that was,
Oh, okay.
love it. Yeah, but the chicken teriyaki was the standout. And then the dessert.
That's such an interesting starter. Like, that's so compared to the rest
And
of
then,
the meal.
moving on to like a chicken roast
Like,
dinner. Yeah. But it
again,
was-
I want to be very ignorant
I don't
and
care,
ask
like,
you, was someone Asian that was getting married? Like,
No.
that's what I want to ask
No,
right
I
now.
think
So
my-
bad, but
the way they said it afterwards, it sounds like, because it was booked at this venue, and the venue kind of handles everything. The choices were limited to what the venue had, and so it was like you could
okay.
have this to start, this or this. I think it was 3 choices for each. I don't
right,
know.
right.
So because of that, and because of obviously price involved, it did end up a bit like you got this Asian starter, and then you've got this like, traditional English main, and then dessert's dessert. But you know what? At the time, like I didn't even think about whether or not they went together because I eat things together that don't go together. So it
Well, I know. I mean, unless you have, snooty McPickerson like me there in your wedding party guest list
my
who'd be
God.
like, what is this? We're going
Yeah.
from Shanghai to Manchester in 2.5.
Well, you
Did
know
I
what
miss
saw?
something?
Apparently, there was like told, or it was discussed that like I am a fussy eater. Like that was told to everybody
It doesn't
before.
surprise me at all. It seems like that would track. Go on.
I think I kind of thought that was funny because I'm like, I'm a fussy eater, but then I eat way more cuisines than Paul eats. Like he eats burgers and steaks. He doesn't like Mexican, doesn't really like Italian, doesn't really eat Chinese. He'll just get ribs. But I'm the fussy. Okay. But
So
apparently
you're
it was-
just carnivore centric.
not even though. Like he doesn't eat seafood.
Oh, well, who does? Oof, gross.
Anyway, yeah.
Don't
so
fault him for
apparently
that.
I am the fussy one, but I don't care because everything there was delicious.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it was
good.
good. That's what I mean. Like, the trip and the wedding, amazing. It was just getting there that sucked and getting home.
We'll see us on the American side, right? At Ariana's, I can't remember what we had for dinner, to be honest, at Ariana's wedding. But what I do
Must not have been that
remember
good then.
is during I was fucked up the whole time. I was fucked up. Oh, and alcohol, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't even drink.
Pretty sure. And well, I was in the wedding. I had to,
Oh God, of course you were. Oh my God.
and it was a good time. Anyways, afterwards, when it was the reception time and yada yada yada, they busted out a pizza and breadstick buffet bar kind of thing,
Love it.
and it was so good. Like, I remember
Yeah.
that more than I remember the actual dinner. Let's just put it that way,
Well,
because
you just reminded me as well.
you also know I love my za. That's like,
Yeah.
I could die eating
I mean,
that
you
every
can't go
day and
wrong.
be happy
I
as
would've-
fuck.
Yeah, I'd have killed that too. But they also, I forgot. Yeah, also at the night too, they did have food as well, and they did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to say the wrong one, but that's not it. Fajitas, but they had like chicken and beef. And I was
Okay.
like, I'm getting that. I just want to wait because some people only came to the night do, not the day do. And since I was there and I ate already, I felt a little like let everybody else who hasn't get theirs first. But then by the time I went to go, it was gone.
Good job.
But I heard it was amazing as well. I was so excited to try them.
Yeah. Again, we're circling the globe with this menu.
Well, yeah.
We started in Asia, and then we came back to Europe, and now we're trotting over to South America or Mexico, depending on your influence. And I'm just
didn't
like,
even question it here, but yeah, I guess that was yet another.
and both the bride and groom are of the Caucasian persuasion.
Oh yeah, they're both white as anything.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that they have very exposed
Well, that's
palates.
the thing. No,
'cause,
over there though, you can get any cuisine. You know what I mean, like there's a lot of diversity in food. And
Well,
I
yeah.
wish that was like that here, honestly. But they don't think anything of it. I mean, I don't think anybody else would have had these discussions about the different cuisines being put together. But because
No, just me,
to having
'cause-
everything. Well, no, because over here it's quite limited, so you probably wouldn't be able to see those things in the same place.
Well, here I feel like it's very. I feel like everybody has like the same thing. At
Do
their
you want their
weddings.
hamburger?
You know what I
Or do
mean?
you want their
It's-
hamburger? Do you want their cheese,
It's
chicken?
Well, no, I'm talking about at weddings. Well, that too.
Oh,
but like,
I don't go to many
even at
weddings,
weddings,
so
I
not
feel
purpose.
like they're all. There's nothing really
Probably.
unique.
Chicken or beef.
So I would honestly probably throw in a pizza there, and I would have been happy as a
Nobody
shit.
can complain with pizza.
No, I'm talking about if I was at this wedding. Like,
Yeah.
I would have. The Asian, yes. Traditional, yes. Give me a fajita, absolutely. You want to throw in a pizza in there too? I'm boom, 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 boom. Happy. I will do laps in these, right? Whereas here, I feel like it's like, I feel like I should eat before I go to the wedding, just so I know that I'll be full.
I've done that before, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm glad I didn't do that this time, though. Yeah.
And then coming back was when the flights were fine, right? If I remember correctly, the flights. I don't think you guys had
I mean,
issues
they
with
were,
the actual
but
flights.
we did have, like, an issue. So we couldn't... Oh, my God. So, quickly, before this journey even began, I booked our tickets well in advance because I didn't want to worry about it. Well, I won't be doing that again because before we even got to the trip, so I think it was... let's say April, May, sometime around then, they had a flight change to the return flight. Mm-hmm. And so they reissued us automatically to come home Monday. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. We can't come home Monday. Anyway, long story short, because I got that fixed and they rebooked us again on a Sunday flight, by the time we went to travel, I think it messed up our ability to check in because couldn't check in on the way out and get our boarding pass ahead of time. We had to do it at the airport, which fine, whatever. But then on the way back, we couldn't check in either or get our boarding pass. So we had to go to the airport early to get it. And wouldn't you know that we are not the only ones with that issue. And that line was freaking massive. Come on.
Ugh.
And so I guess that was an issue with the getting out. But once we waited in that line and got our boarding pass and they took our bags, from that point, yeah, there was no disruption. We got on the plane. We made it to the connection. And all was well. But then...
They took your bags and
Well, because we had a tight connection
Decided to keep one.
what was it, Manchester to Amsterdam, and then as soon as we got off at Amsterdam, it was like straight run to the new gate because they told us it while we were still landing, and we made it in time where we like joined the back of the queue of people to board and just got on. So because it was a tight connection like that, this part I still don't get though. I would have understood if both of our bags didn't make it from the previous flight to this one because we barely did, but one of our bags made it onto the connection, and the other one did not. So by the time we get to Detroit, and we're waiting, and eventually my bag came out, and then we're waiting, and Paul's bag never came out. His skis that he checked didn't come out. So then after all that, we had to go to whatever it is, the bag desk, and file a claim.
Wait. I don't know why this is just dawning on me, seeing as we've kind of talked about this already, but skis as in like snowing?
Well, yeah, I told Paul because we had stuff. Well, Paul mostly had stuff stored at his parents, and one of them was a set of skis. So I said, well, this time you're bringing them back because we got Mount Holly.
Oh, so they were not on the
Sorry, they
going
checked as,
trip.
an
They
extra
were
bag.
coming back.
Yeah, they were just coming home.
Because I was like,
Why'd you bring skis when you had such...
Right, I'm
and it's
pretty
not
sure
even
it's
ski
also
season.
summertime there too. I could
How
be
many people at the
wrong,
airport
but
looked at us like, it's not ski season. It's like, people do,
that
move their
just-
stuff around.
that did not dawn on me when you told me this. Like,
No, we got a lot of funny
At the
looks,
time.
like... But I decided
But
we
now
need to
that
bring them
makes
home.
sense.
Because then, it's coming winter, and you'll be able to at least use them, and then, one less thing for them to store. But yeah, so the
Right.
skis, we checked those as well, and those didn't make it on the initial flight. Just my bag did, apparently. But then, that week, because it's not a huge deal. When they say lost bag, it really doesn't mean lost. It just means it didn't make it. We know where it is, but you'll get it eventually. So I thought the next day, maybe 2 days at most. I've had it happen before. And it was about 2 days, and we get noticed that one of them was on the way. It was in... Oh, actually, I didn't realize, but they flew it up to Saginaw. Apparently, that's closer. And then drove it down. And I'm like, oh, please be the bag. Please be the bag. Please be the bag.
is there a
It was
regional
the skis.
airport up there?
Yeah,
Has to be,
apparently.
right?
Well, no, I say regional, but it actually, when I looked it up, I'm sure it has international in the name. So it probably flies to, like, Canada. And they're like, we're international. But
Yeah, that's wild. Okay.
I've never heard of it. But now that I know about it, I'm going to see if there's any way to get there from there. But yeah, so they drove it down, and the first bag, which came like 2 days after we got home, was the fucking skis. Oh, someone having a hard time over there.
And then your bag eventually came?
Well, my bag, it made the flight. I got my bag as soon as we got
Oh,
off.
well, I thought you said, was the skis
Paul's.
with
There
some
was a
other
set of
stuff? Because I
skis,
could have sworn you said
Paul's
that.
bag, my bag. Those are the 3 bags we checked. Our 2 bags and skis. When we get to Detroit, my bag was there. No Paul's bag, no skis.
Okay. That's where I was confused, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure when we were talking about this, you were like, and I was like, it's skis, you'll be fine. You're like, well, some of my stuff was in there too, and I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Now
yeah,
that
was
makes
his bag.
sense.
Well, yeah, because I keep saying Paul's bag, my bag, just because of the colors. But we obviously are together. We put everything in each other's bags.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's whatever fits where. And it just so happened, because I was in a rush to pack that morning, I didn't pay attention to nothing. Our toothbrushes were in his bag, and my shower stuff was in that bag. And what else was that? Some of the new things I bought while I was there, all in that bag. I mean, it did eventually show up. It showed up at the end of the week, which is crazy because I'd wake up on Monday and check it because we had an air tag in it. It's still in Amsterdam Airport. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, same thing. Amsterdam. It's like, how many flights have left to Detroit? Why is it not on one of those? But eventually, Friday, I guess, it finally made it.
well, that's good.
I mean, it's good that we've eventually got it because I was stressing out. But I've just, like me and Paul said, we've never had a trip where everything, every step of the way went wrong like it did on this one.
Yeah, that would stress me out.
It was
I think
terrible.
I think if I didn't lose my shit on like somebody that was with the airline or whatever, I probably would have lost my shit on Farrell, and he would have probably killed me.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely like caused bickering and like upset my end.
Oh,
but
100,000%.
I wasn't going to complain to the airline because it's not really their fault. I'm glad they checked out the mechanical issue, but why not let me off? Like, I guess because they don't know how long it's going to be. But at
Well, I'm
that
talking
point,
even about the bag.
oh,
Like, even if there's shit in there that I never even need to
I
use,
take that back.
I would
should've
still
complained to
be
them about that.
like, I would be losing my mind.
Listen to this though. These bitches. This is Delta, by the way. I will never fly them again. Hate you, Delta. And I didn't think I booked them this time. I thought I booked KLM, but it turns out the long haul was Delta. Anyway, these little bitches. Not only did I had to chase them just to get the bag into the country, then once it arrives in Detroit, or did it finally arrive in Saginaw? Don't remember. It just sits there, and sits there, and sits there. So I'm like, let me just ask them because I know they stop deliveries in a couple hours, and it's been sat there all day. So I messaged Delta. They had never put in the request for it to be delivered after it arrived. So it was just sat there, just waiting for God knows what. So she's like, I put the request in now for delivery to your home. So if I had not thought to contact you, what is it just going to stay in Saginaw for the rest of its life? Were you ever going to tell me it was there?
Oh, she was going to take it home.
I mean, who knows where she probably works in India or something. Like, they outsource
Okay.
everything, but that's not being mean. I've worked at companies where they have outsourced the customer service to India. Like that.
My company has some workers over there. Trust me.
Yeah, so that's not me just being a bitch. That's truly what they do. Yeah, so she didn't really care anyway. But what? How are you going to put in a rush order on the bag to get it to Detroit and then not ask them to deliver it?
That's valid.
But the skis, that, you know what I mean? I just contacted them once, and then they were rushed over and delivered. I didn't have to do anything about it. But the bag, oh no, well, you got to contact us 12 times, didn't you know?
Well, maybe they thought you guys were going to hit the slopes that weekend, and they were just really worried.
I think when you say maybe they thought, that's where they didn't. There was no thought in it. It was just like, you want your bag, you better do something about it.
Oh, Lord. So, my next question is, because I know obviously you've been traveling and whatnot, and this was like, what, 2 weeks ago now?
Sure.
I think
August
so.
2nd to 9th, let's say. And
Yeah, sounds about right.
So,
2 weeks ago-ish. You obviously, and I know you haven't been, but I want to talk to you about this damn trial. I've been wanting to talk to you about it. I know you don't know anything about it, so you're just going to have to deal with me and listen to me
explain it, I hope.
Yes. So, background, right? So, Lindsay Clancy, that's homegirl.
Now, I immediately think of, like, isn't there a writer, Clancy?
Tom Clancy?
I wanted to say Tom, but I didn't want to sound like an idiot. Is that what it is?
I think.
Sorry,
yeah.
I just immediately.
And I want to say he did like. I actually just watched one of his books that was made into a movie. I think he does Jack Ryan and The Sum of All Fears. That's the movie I just watched.
Okay. Anyway, so it's not him. Obviously, but Lindsay, did you say Lindsay Clancy?
Yes. So she's actually the same age as us, if I remember correctly. So I think she's closer to you, but that's neither here nor there.
I don't remember how old I am.
So back and this is in Massachusetts. Back in January of 2023, okay, she has a 5-year-old daughter, a 3-year-old son, and an 8-month-old son. Kills them all.
Oh.
Okay.
I might have heard. Okay, yeah, I might have heard them mention it.
She strangles them with like her exercise resistant bands things.
Oh,
right.
When was this? Like,
January of 2023. So 3.5 years ago.
Shit. Okay.
So she does all this, and then afterwards, she slits her wrists, slits her neck, and throws herself out of the second-story master bedroom window onto the ground below. Okay?
Okay.
The husband comes home and finds her outside, bleeding in the snow, all this craziness,
worried at that
right?
point, not realizing she's crazy.
And was like, where are the kids? And apparently she goes in the basement. So he goes back in the house after, being on the phone with 911 and whatnot, and finds the kids all dead in the basement, right?
Oh my God.
So now we're 3 years later. We're finally on trial for this.
Don't you think that just takes way too fucking long for something that's so cut and dry? But anyway.
So, well, here's the thing. So the trial isn't whether or not she killed him. Her and her attorney already admitted guilt on that. They're like, she did it, right? Like, we're not questioning that. Lindsay, right? Murder, suicide, gone wrong. And, right. And what the trial's for is to do if she did it by reason of insanity or had intent,
I
right?
do have an opinion on this, actually, because I did hear it. Yeah.
And then that's what we've been deciding. Okay. So, right. You have your thoughts on this. So you have heard briefly about this, right?
Yeah, I didn't know her name, but I heard clips about what happened.
Yeah, so, like, we are, like, me and the girls at work are, like, all in this. Like, I'll have it streaming while I work.
I can watch it like that, but yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. So, right now, like, in real time, they're on day 19 of the trial. Okay. I'm on day 15 of catching up. Because you can stream it, like, the whole
My
thing.
My stepsister watches
on YouTube
like that. Yeah, which again I didn't even know that was a thing. Obviously, I remember with OJ. I feel like that was one of the first trials to be publicly broadcasted, wasn't it? But it's crazy that now you can just go on YouTube and watch random people's trials.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially. I mean, it doesn't. Also helps that it's like a high profile, obviously, case, brings out a lot of emotion, so that's probably another reason why it's like that, you know?
Well, yeah, but there's other cases on there for people that don't get attention like that, so it's just, you could watch all sorts, I guess.
Well, yeah, true. But anyways, in real time, the prosecution's already done their presentation. The defense just rested their side. So now the prosecution has the chance to offer rebuttal witnesses, right? So I think that's what's about to go on, and then it's going to be in the hands of the jury, right? So I was looking it up because I was like, again, I knew that we were trying her for whether or not she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when this happened, or in her right mind and did it anyways, right? And
she told people beforehand, didn't she?
If she was found cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, she's gonna be in a mental institution for the rest of her life. If she's found like she did it, obviously she'll be in prison for the rest of her life. So either way, she's going somewhere.
Do they have the death penalty? Where's she being tried?
Massachusetts, probably not. They're super liberal. I have no idea. Couldn't tell.
I mean, I have nothing wrong with being liberal, but with people like that, they're just a drain of resources. But anyway.
But that's what they're trying to determine. So one of the reasons why I've been listening to each day's trial is because I'm like acting like I'm on the jury and how I would find her guilty or not guilty by reason of insanity.
Okay.
And not gonna lie, as of right now, I might say not guilty by reason of insanity.
Are you serious? Okay. Well, from what I've heard, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or right, but the little clips I did hear in the morning is that there was a period of time before all this, weeks leading up, where she talked about having postpartum depression and told someone in it close to her that she was having thoughts of killing her
husband and her mother. Yeah.
So you already knew there was an issue with the way you were thinking. You already told people about it. Like, then at that point, if you've not addressed it or done anything to try to get help for what you know is not normal.
But she has. She has an extensive list of psychiatric appointments, being self-admitted into a mental institution, being medicated, going to therapy. Like, she did all those.
And told them, I'm thinking of killing myself.
Yes. Well, I don't know. She did tell them that she has, they keep saying it as suicide ideations. Suicidal thoughts. We'll just put that, right? And she was honest with them because some of them said yep, she said yep. But the thing is like they don't really, they just kind of threw a whole, like when I saw her prescription list, I was like, holy shit. They were throwing a lot of meds at her, which, okay.
As they do.
It could be it, right? But they also, I feel like, didn't really I wouldn't say take it seriously, but like didn't really escalate it per se.
And that's on them. That is definitely a fault in the system.
Well, I did find out that they actually, I think either her family or her herself, I don't know, someone has a civil lawsuit, I think, out against the providers, which I haven't even gone down that rabbit hole, so I don't really have a say on that one. But
I mean, considering the level of care that wasn't there, I guess it's fair.
Right. So,
but it doesn't absolve her. It's me.
Well, yeah. Absolutely not. But what the prosecution is saying is that basically she sent the husband away on errands to give herself, a 40-minute window to execute said plan, right? They pointed out
that was weird.
They pointed no.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know people because it was life, but because it was like, simple. Can you do this, that, and the other, and it involved me leaving.
Simple errands. It was simple errands. Like, hey,
I know, but
can you go pick up Cora? That's the daughter. Can you go pick up her meds from CVS?
Oh, her meds. Okay.
And then, on your way back, what are your thoughts about getting takeout? And then he's like, yeah, sure, that sounds great. And so he went and got takeout. So like, it wasn't like,
I guess,
crazy requests that she had of him that would maybe trigger some sort of like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't outright request things like that, so I think it would be weird. And if anything, I'd probably go too. So it's like, but yeah.
Then the prosecution's like, obviously, they can go through all the data, and they're like, her search history was like, can you treat a sociopath? Like, crazy different things, right?
See, though, that's what I mean, though. Nobody knows your level of, let's say, insanity better than you. So you clearly know that you have an issue, and you didn't do anything to stop yourself. I think
what happened also is what the prosecution's saying is, like, if you feel like you had all this stuff going on, yada, 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 yet in your appointments, you're presenting like you're okay. Yeah, you're down and out, but you're, like, maybe not giving, like, the full truth, I guess. Like,
well, because if you're just saying suicide ideation or whatever, that doesn't really talk about the homicidal part of it, does it? Mm.
Well, they asked her that too, and I can't sit here and say that she didn't tell them that, but from what I can remember right now, she never said I had homicidal thoughts towards her children to a professional. She obviously said it to her mother-in-law. I mean, her mother and her husband, and I think that's what kind of
who just sat on it and let her be alone.
Escalated it a little bit more.
Problem.
Well, the problem is that, allegedly, from that, like, instance, she started getting further treatment and then started telling everybody that she was feeling better and this, that, and the other. And the husband was like, okay, well, obviously something clicked and we're working now and yada, yada, yada. Anyways, but then the defense is now saying that with her being on at least 10 different psychiatric meds, like one after the other, that basically I would assume kind of like, curdled her brain is what they're trying to say. And that's what did the psychosis. Obviously, they're blaming the mental health system. You know what I mean? They're gonna easily
which
put
they
that
need to be
on
held
her,
responsible,
put them on them
for lack of doing anything.
And and they're saying that her search history was a woman searching for help through her own symptoms, not necessarily horrible, I guess. Well, not saying horrible, but like it was her trying to understand and help herself, not necessarily do anything harmful, I guess. And I'm just like, I don't know. But
Just see what I mean, though? All this time, all this energy, all this court, all this discussion, all these medical professionals, all to determine, what happens with this woman. And it's like, at the end of the day, you killed your kids and tried to kill yourself. What a waste of time and resource. Lock her up, throw away the key, don't really care.
Well, also, there's conspiracies out there because I think some of the girls in the group are thinking that the husband actually did it. And I'm like...
And she's covering for him?
So, well, that's my rebuttal to that is like, so then why would her defense attorney, I don't even give a shit what she says, but why would her defense attorney be okay with saying, she did it? She did it. If there was evidence that it was really the husband. I mean, these conspiracy theories are like, well, she was already hypothermic because she went, threw herself out the window. It's January in Massachusetts, so she was found outside in the snow. And I guess when they took her to the hospital, her body temperature was already down 80 to 82 degrees, which normal is what, 98.6? Yeah. And so that's a good difference, right? And I think they're trying to say that during that time that the husband was gone, that 30 to 40 minute window, her killing the kids, yada, 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 and then doing her stuff and then throwing out the window, there wouldn't have been enough time for her to get to that level of hypothermia. And I'm just thinking to myself, January in Massachusetts, I don't know.
It would probably take minutes, if that, yeah. Like, who's measuring this? They don't know.
I also want to be like, what would be the motive for the husband? Ex-husband, excuse me.
What is ever...
Yeah.
He's not current husband.
So he divorced her and then remarried like 4 months later. That's another nugget. Exactly. Another nugget into the conspiracies because people are starting to think that he did it because he was having an affair and he wanted to end it. And
usually the reason, yeah.
Right. So I can see where these conspiracy theories are getting their fodder, right? Because you look weird, you're gonna be weird, details. Right?
I've been quoting you saying that recently.
He did testify like day one for the prosecution, and it was nothing. I mean, honestly, nothing stood out for me, except for he probably just wants this over and done with. I mean, I couldn't blame him. It was kids were murdered 3 years ago, But it does kind of look pretty suspect that you do get married pretty quickly after all this stuff goes down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then wait, what? Wait, he got married again, a third time.
No. He's been married twice. Once to Lindsay,
her.
And second is the new girl. Now, the one that he's married
I thought you
currently.
were saying they got divorced when they were together, and then he remarried her again.
No, he divorced her after all this went down.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Which would make... Right.
I mean,
and I get that.
You find out
but at the same time, what people, I think, are kind of, again, feeding into the conspiracies is the timeline of when the divorce happened and then when he got remarried all again. But I'm just like, oh, well... Maybe his new wife, again, I didn't go down that rabbit hole, but maybe his new wife was like a long time friend that, they already knew. They didn't need long time to, court each other and whatnot. But
and some people just, they know pretty quickly anyway. So,
willy-nilly.
All this happened. You're going through, what would be a very traumatic life experience.
Right.
He obviously took solace with somebody, you can't, I could go through that alone, I guess, but most people wouldn't want to, so he obviously turned to somebody, and it turned into more. But do I think that has anything to do with him and the murder? No.
So his mom, her mother-in-law, testified on behalf of the defense. It's just basically... Which is weird, not weird, well, yeah, kind of weird, because I can't imagine... That's my point. Like, thinking, when I think of my mom, like, I couldn't imagine if, say, Farrell and I had kids, right? Farrell killed the kids, and mom would be going to
Testify for him.
basically,
Yeah.
right? You know, I mean, not saying that she was saying.
I was saying, how far did she testify? Just facts.
I think she was basically testifying to the fact that Lindsay understood what was going on and was actively trying to seek help, like actively trying to do this, that, and the other. And I heard her just say that she was such a great mom. She loved her kids and this, that, and the other. Like, there was no doubt in her mind. But a lot of people said that. Her coworkers, or even Patrick, which is the ex-husband, said that, you know?
I mean,
so,
people
like,
are, you know what I mean? People are just natural born actors. I mean, we act every day of our lives whether we realize we're doing it or not. So I would never be like, she was such a great mom. She adored those children. Of course, she was obviously either trying to, one, convince herself that she loved them as much as she said to everybody else, or two, you know, she really did love them, but it didn't stop her doing from what she did. So,
well, that's the thing is, like, and that's where I'm torn, is I can't tell. And I'm anxious to see if she takes a stand. I don't think she will. I think she would be foolish to take a stand in her own defense.
She's not, like, going to go walk free after this, is she? So she might.
Well, she can't walk either. Ooh. She got paralyzed from throwing herself out the window. Yeah.
Oh, so there's justice.
So she's wheelchair bound. Anyways. Oh. But that's neither here nor there. But
no, that's karma.
I don't think. I mean, I would be surprised if. I mean, obviously her attorney can't stop her from testifying on her behalf, but I would be surprised if he didn't tell her that that would be a very bad idea.
I don't know, though. If you're pleading, like, insanity and shit, it might be a good idea to see how crazy you actually are. I don't know.
Oh, no. That's right. I just read that the defense rested. So, no, she doesn't have it. She can't testify anymore.
Yeah, they usually don't let them, do they? But in the case where she's already admitted, we already know she did that. That's not the question. Right. I don't see any harm in letting her testify as to why she did it.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, following it to this point now, like, I honestly think I'm leaning more towards, I think she had a moment of psychosis. I really do.
And that's possible, but all these people knew what she was going through and left her, you know, the opportunity to act on these things. And
well, that's not her fault.
But she knew how she was, and she didn't do anything. You know, you're in those moments when you're searching how to treat a sociopath, or you're trying to, you know, find help for yourself. Why in one of those moments did you not go to your husband? I cannot be trusted to be left with the kids, so no matter what I say, don't leave me alone with the children, you know, for the foreseeable.
Okay, I get that, right? But does that mean you're going to forever be like that?
No, it doesn't, but she was still actively in treatment. So the fact that during those moments of clarity, when she knew that something was wrong with her, she didn't tell, you know, she didn't specifically say, like, do not.
She did. She did. Well, she didn't. She said that she was had thoughts of harming her children.
Yeah, but if I had those thoughts, the next thing I would say is don't leave me alone with that.
Between that thought and her expressing that to her husband and to her mother and to the actual murders, in between there, she was treating and advising people that she was on slowly getting better.
I guess.
I don't
mean to be judgy, but I don't know. If anyone in my family came to me and said they were thinking of killing their children, I wouldn't just sit on it, and I wouldn't just trust that they're doing better. Like, again, I would be actively concerned.
I'm not arguing that point. Not even. I'm in a complete agreement with you, but you can't take that into account when you're thinking whether or not she's guilty by insanity. You can't take that into account because that has nothing to do with her and whether she's went insane during that time.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I just think when I think of insanity, please, I think like you just had a moment where you know what I mean? Like something happened and triggered, and it just you just acted on impulse without even thinking. This felt like it progressed. Insanity doesn't apply to me in this case because it went on for a while before the event. Insanity to me is like, I don't know, something random happened and triggered them to go crazy and do whatever they did.
I don't know. I'm so anxious to see how this goes out. I just feel like, you know, either way, I mean, again, to your point, either if she's right. It's whether or not she's getting on a hospital bed or a prison bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Well, I guess, and actually, to be honest, I know I said no to the hospital, but I really don't care where she ends up. I hate that it's a waste of resources for someone that's a child killer. But either way, I'll never see her, so I don't really care who takes care of her as long as Amy. That's insane, though.
yeah. But it is. I mean, and it's the whole thing with, mental health, too. It's just like I was with my own, right? Like, so obviously, I'm on my anxiety meds. I don't have antidepressants. She was on antidepressants and anxiety and God knows what else,
Everything.
right?
A little of everything.
Yeah, it looked like a nice little cocktail. But I don't know. I would hope that this, with the fact that this case has so much, publicity behind it, and it's such a big, I wouldn't say it's not a big deal, but
actually
it's
kind of hate that part.
it's inflated because of
Yes.
the circumstances around it. I think
Exactly.
if it was her just trying to kill herself and this, that, and the other, obviously she wouldn't be going to jail for that. But like, I think if she murdered the husband, I don't think it would have as much fanfare as it does because it involves children, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it always does.
But my takeaway is I really hope that it kind of sheds light on mental health a little bit more, right? Because I feel, I don't know, man. That's another thing is talking to the girls, right? Because I think in my girl group, most of them have had children, right? And they're like, this postpartum is some real shit. Like, it is some real fucking shit.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the Hayden Panettiere situation.
Yeah.
That was crazy as well, and that ties into postpartum, doesn't it? We should probably talk about that on the next one or something. But no, I'm all about, mental health and mental health awareness, and I want people to talk about it, and I definitely want it not to have as much of a stigma as it has. But in this case, I just think, I don't know. Let's just hope it opens up the discussion, but I don't think it makes a difference in her particular case for me.
No. You're guilty? You're guilty as of right now?
Yeah, well, yeah, you did the act. You admitted you've done the act. It's good enough for me. Guilty.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'm still not guilty. Hung jury.
I mean, that's all right. Obviously, that's the thing, though. That's why I'm saying, I hate that it's become such a public thing as well, because, and now everybody's doing the same thing, giving their opinion whether they think she's guilty or not. And I feel like this is not our place. You know what I mean? And we wouldn't even know about it if they didn't publicize it the way they have.
Well, do you remember, the big murder trial down here in South Carolina that was like about an hour, it happened about an hour away from where Farrell and I live, Alec Murdaugh.
Alex.
Yeah, Alex Murdaugh. Yeah, where he killed his wife and son.
Yeah, I watched this like a movie about it.
Yeah, so many documentaries. So he's getting retried.
Why?
The judge, his defense appealed to something with the judge. I can't remember what the legal basis. Oh, that's what it was. The clerk of the court, the one that swears people in and all that shit.
Okay.
She was found to be dabbling with the jurors and indirectly might have been influencing them to vote guilty. And there was enough dabbling for a judge to order a new trial. So they're about to try him over, and allegedly they might want to try him in the county that I live in. And do you know how happy I would be if I got selected for that jury?
Yeah,
I'd be like, all right, not coming to work for a couple months.
They dismiss you.
See you on the flip side.
Once they find out your interest in the case, yeah. But I can't believe he's getting another trial.
Yeah.
I feel like his people must have paid this bitch to say she dabbled and that it could have had. Because that is such a, grasp at straw, get out of jail free. You know what I mean?
I think Yeah, that's supposed to be retried here soon.
That's
and
fucking crazy. That's
if
another one
I
that's
get that jury duty notice, I will probably have that. I would be so excited. I would
Oh,
probably
no. Just don't act as
pee
excited
my
when you're
pants.
there.
I know. I would be like, I don't want to be
We'd like to
here.
dismiss
But
that
really, I
girl.
do. What have you
Alec,
read
who?
about this? Right. That's what I was like. Who is this for again?
Is that
I don't know.
Murdo?
That name
Murdoch?
doesn't sound familiar. No, I don't watch the news.
I really don't, though, but I have heard of that one.
Yeah.
That was a while
Oh, yeah.
ago, wasn't it? Because I watched that documentary years ago.
Well, yeah,
That was
because
insane.
there's been a couple of them. Well,
Yeah, and
documentaries
I think mine
about
was one of
him,
the
yeah.
first, because actually at the point I've heard of Murdoch, but I didn't know who he specifically was. So I learned then who he was. But wow.
I
Rich
know, I'm
people,
so
I mean,
excited.
money will buy anything, even a second chance, apparently. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, her sleeping with the jurors had nothing to do with the verdict. Come on.
They weren't sleeping
Oh,
together.
dabbling, sorry. They were just
It
touching
wasn't.
each other
I
in
meant
the
dabbling as
closet.
in telling secrets, not dabbling as in sexual.
So they were like having coffees after court?
Making like suggestive remarks about, oh, he looked guilty, or like things that would potentially influence a jury.
This is such a grasp at straw. Please give me another chance, and I'm going to try a different defense because it might work better than the last one.
But look at from the defense's perspective. If you were Alex and you were adamant that you did not do this, would you feel comfortable with these reports coming saying that the clerk was talking to jurors about how you looked guilty and how you looked like you were lying and all this, that, and the other?
I wouldn't like
Or
it,
would you-
no, but
Right.
if I
You would
also
think that
knew
it
I
probably
did do
fucked with
it-
your outcome. Well, he's adamant that he did it. So
I
that's
just-
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Innocent until proven guilty. I don't know if you've ever
I mean, they
heard
say that, but that's not true unless you're rich. Because if you don't have money, you sit in a jail cell until you're proven one way or the other. So they treat you as guilty before proven innocent. Yeah. The rich can
You
pay,
say
obviously,
so.
bonds and bails, and they get out while they wait for their decision. So they are innocent until proven
Yeah, but would
guilty.
you want
But
somebody
if you don't have the
that's-
money?
that's on murder for a double homicide to be out on bond?
No, but they'd be done like house arrest, wouldn't they? So they'd know where they
Not
were.
necessarily.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to like say who should and shouldn't get bail, but I'm just saying bail's usually set, but it's knowing that the only people that can actually take advantage of that are the rich people.
That's
So for
valid.
everybody
I'll give you
else,
that.
you and me, we're guilty until proven innocent, and nobody convinces me otherwise. You treat me like a criminal before you decide my fate, so that tells me all I need to know. What?
Nothing.
Do you think because I'm wrong?
No, I wouldn't say that you're wrong per se.
Per se.
I would say that we agree to disagree.
Oh, so you really think that the system is innocent until proven guilty?
Yes. Do I think that there's processes in the system that make it look like it is otherwise? I can get where you're coming from.
Otherwise,
I can get where you're coming from.
I mean-
But at the same point, though, why would you want someone that's accused of X, Y, and Z, these heinous crimes, to be out willy-nilly?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily just want them out willy-nilly on their own accord, but there are ways that they don't have to sit in a jail cell while they wait. You know what I mean? Why don't they put them in like these little halfway houses that are monitored or something? I don't know. But I'm just saying you don't have to throw them in a jail cell and treat, because trust me, you do not get treated well. Well, I'm sure you've seen the 60, one where they put cameras behind and you see. Anyway, they treat them guilty. They don't care whether you're innocent or not. You're in the jail.
That's
you're guilty.
true.
So I just think there should be other places for while you're waiting for trial. You shouldn't be immediately locked up like that.
I had never even thought about that. Like the optics of it, But that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I always laugh at people. It's like innocent until proven guilty.
Well, holistically. The ideal.
Yeah, ideally, yeah, you are, but that's not. Anyway, who
That's
knows what's
crazy.
going to happen with this Lindsay bitch, though? But I just think there was that many, chances for things to go differently that. You look like a killer, you're going to be a killer, right? And that what you said?
You look guilty, you're gonna be guilty.
Just not
And
say that.
they actually went to the house. They took the jury. So, and what's wild is that they don't
What?
even own the
They
house
went on a
anymore.
field
Another
trip?
family lives in there. Yeah. So the purpose of it, from my understanding, they took him first to the they followed the route of the husband to show that there was enough time for her to do it. I think that was the main reason behind it, because they went to the CVS first, and then they followed the exact path. He went to that
Now,
restaurant
when you
to
say
get
they,
takeout.
you mean like they took the jurors on this trip?
Yes,
or one
on a
person
bus.
did it and just said,
No.
this is how long it takes.
The jurors went on a bus.
Do you see what a spectacle this is? Is that really fucking
And-
necessary? One person could have done that and proved how long it took.
So what my thing is like, so then they eventually, CVS to the restaurant to the house, right? And
Because there's no variables
there's
like traffic.
a whole new family living there. And my thing is like, could you imagine owning a house where like 3 people were murdered in?
I mean, I guess
Like-
I wouldn't stop me from buying a house, because if someone said like someone died here, it wouldn't stop me buying
Well,
it.
see, here's the difference for me. Dying in the house and being murdered in the house are not same.
I know,
very
but if the
different.
murderer's not currently living in that house, I think you're right.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
I know what
would
you mean, though. I guess they just couldn't tell me where it happened. Like, I can know that it happened, but don't tell me specifics, because then I will see it every time I go.
I'd be like, can I get like a 10 grand off asking for each person that died here?
You may as well though, try to get a discount because of it.
Is that-
because they
Is that
probably
asking
would.
too much?
No, they probably would, because a lot of people don't like buying houses that people have died in, or that traumatic
Like,
events
could
have
you
happened in.
imagine? Could you imagine? We buy this house, right? And clearly, she cut her wrist, cut her neck in the master bedroom, and then because I saw the crime scene photos,
So traumatic. Why not just give all
and
the pills, bitch?
flew herself outside the window. But can you imagine buying this house and you know what? I want to redo the master bedroom, and you rip up the carpet and you see these like,
Oh my God, 'cause
blood
of
stains and
course.
shit.
You know they didn't.
I would be like,
Wow.
absolutely not, absolutely, burn it down. We're gonna start over. There is bad juju in here, like. Well, that's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's not funny. But the same thing's kind of happening with my mom's neighbor right now. So I don't know if I told you this, but might have been a year at this point. But mom's neighbor, it was this guy who was probably in his 50s, maybe 60s, and he lived by himself, right? And he killed himself inside his house. No, that was me going.
Oh,
killed
try not to
himself.
laugh.
Killed himself inside the house.
Your mom's
right?
neighbor.
Yes, and apparently it was not the prettiest.
And this
Right.
is while she lived next door to him.
Yeah, this was like last year, and mom got to know his son and the son's wife because they obviously took the house
Had to deal
after
with it, yeah.
right, and now they're trying to sell it, and I don't think they live they don't live close by. So like the person they were trying to sell it to, they're selling it by owner, right? Not a realtor or anything.
Yeah.
So mom offered to show people the inside of the house as like a realtor type thing. And so this happened 2 days ago, I think. She went and got the key and let him in, and that was the first time mom had been in the house like ever. And she called and she texted me and she's like, oh God, I gotta go in there. She's probably gonna kill me for talking about this story, but she's like, I'm gonna go in there. I gotta go in there and, you know, show the people this house. And now, mind you, obviously they had some people going in there and clean after said event, but I don't think they did like a deep clean by any means, right?
Oh my God.
And
When she
so
saw stuff.
no, well, she texts me and she's like, I gotta go in there. What did she say? Hold on. Cause I was trying to rile her up. But,
Of course you were.
oh yeah, you know.
Make
how
it worse
close-
than it already is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, but she's like, yeah, I gotta go in there and, show him, show them around and whatnot. And so she goes, the guy's name is Brian, right? The neighbor that passed away. And
Did she know? Sorry, did she know him well, or didn't really talk to him?
They were cordial, I would say. It was kind of like highs and passing. They didn't really like hang, you know.
Yeah, but she didn't see him. Okay.
But she's like, what if Brian's spirit's still in there? And I said, I texted her back. I was like, you'll just end up bringing him back to your house.
Oh my God, man.
I was like, I'm sure it'll be just like living with Casper.
Oh my God.
And she's like, thanks, awesome. I was like, yeah, well, just think about having, Casper there watching football with you, and now you got, just call him Brian. I'm sure he'll be friendly with you. But long story short, I guess they went in there, and the house was like in disrepair like no other. And I think the people that looked at it are planning to buy it and like
Gutting it.
Yeah. But I was just like, that is wild stuff.
Now see, like that situation I find sad, and I'm quite sympathetic for Brian, because it is a suicide. It's not like he killed anybody else. He obviously was struggling and took it upon himself. Those kinds of cases I do find sad, and I hope those raise mental awareness. But as soon as you start hurting other people,
well, I think he'll be all right, especially if he hitched a ride on Mom's shoulder and came back to her house.
Well, it doesn't sound like he was like a mean guy anyway, and I'm sure he's probably that eager to move out of life that he's moved on in death.
Oh God, I wonder if there's like some way I could like set up a microphone or speaker inside Mom's house and fuck with her. Oh God, that would bring me such great satisfaction.
You're terrible.
Laughter.
What if you then found out your mom had a heart attack because of that? Then you feel pretty shit. I know, I'm ruining her fun over here, but scare somebody else.
She'll be all right. Come on now, she's a good Catholic. They don't get demons are stay away from them.
Stay away from them. Yeah, they respect the Catholics.
That's what I was gonna tell her when she said, "What if his spirit's still there?" I was gonna be like, "Well, make sure you got a crucifix with you." I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, was it the Catholics that did exorcisms? So
she sure was.
How to do
it? Sure was. But no, I was like, well, maybe you'll luck out, and he'll be Casper the friendly ghost, and you'll have a friend.
Brian the friendly ghost.
Exactly. God.
You know what, though? I would love to have a friendly ghost.
You think so?
Yeah. And there's been, like, houses I've lived in where you kind of feel like you're not alone. But this one has never given me that. So I don't think there's anybody here. That's a little sad, huh?
I don't think I've ever had a house where I felt like that.
Where you felt like that, okay.
That there's, like, a presence of sorts?
Only 2 of the places I lived, I think. I felt that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, it seems like the very first house I lived in was... My family was the first one to ever live in that house when it was built.
Same.
So, like... And no one died in it or anything, so I don't really...
died in ours, but that was one of the
have
ones
any
that felt
issues.
Like somebody was there.
Oh, that's why. Maybe it was on the land.
You know what? I say that, but it was built in, like, 1962, and my mom's grandma lived with them for a while, so way before me. I wonder if any of them did die around there. Because that was before me.
Ours was built in the 40s.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, like, it was my grandparents' house. And then it turned into my dad's house. But yeah.
Okay.
I never had any issues there. And then...
Issues? It just...
Well, not issues, but, like, felt any presence or anything, you know?
You can never be
either that or...
And you just stop and feel like you're being observed. And then you look and there's nothing.
No one's watching me.
That's the kind of feeling I mean, though, and I've never had that in this house, but only 2 of the places I've lived if I ever had, where you stop and like... Anyway,
now
you're lucky.
I would probably shit myself.
Really? Because there's nothing there. You don't see it, but you just feel it.
I don't know. Because my luck, it would happen. I would have that experience when I'm in the throes of my highness. And,
Well, yeah, to be honest with your anxiety, that would not be good.
oh, I would be fucked. So, funny story. Farrell and I were in bed Thursday night. It was either Thursday or Friday night. I can't remember. And watching a movie, and I'm high as a kite, like high as a kite. And we're in the bedroom, so it's all dark except for the TV, right? And so we're watching this movie, and again, I'm high, and when you're high, sometimes you're focused, sometimes you're not focused. Well, this was a time where I was like zoned in, right? Like I am into this movie, I am watching it, I am paying attention, right?
Okay.
And I don't remember the scene, how the scene was exactly. I don't even remember the movie at this point. But how our TV is, we have a big like 75-inch TV on our wall right in front of our bed. So you're laying in bed, you're facing the TV, right?
The one from Snapchat.
Sure, probably.
What's on there?
And again, dark all around me. Nick's high, Nick's into it. And where the TV's at, the bottom of the TV is kind of, from my perspective when I'm laying in bed, level with the edge of our bed, like the end of our bed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're following with me?
Mm-hmm.
The scene comes on, and this person pops up
from the bottom
like
of the
this.
screen.
And I said, "Oh shit!" And I started hitting Farrell, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then it immediately clicked that it was in the movie, and I was like, "Oh my!"
That is terrible
god.
positioning for the telly, though. You should really move it up a bit.
Oh, I was like, I thought we were about to die.
Like the garage woman just appears.
And I'm just like, afterwards, I'm like, how would they have even gotten into our room? They would have to like slither in on the floor and then just.
I mean, at this point, you're not asking those questions, are you? You're just trying to get the fuck away from it.
Right. Honestly, if I had a turd in the butthole at that time, it would have shot out because I was scared. Oh my god, it was horrible.
I bet Farrell died laughing, though.
Oh, he absolutely. Come on, let's be real.
I think I would have when you explained to me that you thought that was.
That is one thing that he just loves doing, and he knows I can't stand it, is giving me jump scares. I'll be, making breakfast for us in the morning and doing my thing in the kitchen, yada, 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 either listening to the news or music or usually under the influence, and he'll just stealthily walk into the bedroom with me, into the kitchen with me thinking he's still asleep. And just be there, and I swear to God, one of these times he does it, I'm gonna accidentally stab him with the chef knife.
Well, see, not to again ruin the fun, but Paul used to do it to me, and I was kind of like, can you not? But really, because so there's times when I'm like cleaning my ears or I'm doing something very delicate, and I'm like, if you scare me, at these moments, I will injure myself. So please don't do it. So he doesn't do it anymore. But there's just I do little things that could injure me if I got jumped.
He's done it to me while I was taking a shower before.
That's not too bad, though.
Peered through the shower curtain, slowly pull it back, and its face is just there. Oh, yeah, it's not bad. Sure, no. But when you're in the throes of...
But what if you're shaving?
Smoking and listening to music, and there's soap in your eyes, and you're rinsing it, and then you open, and his face is just right there, and you're not expecting it, you almost fucking break your neck in the shower.
Well, yeah, you could definitely do some damage, but I'm glad that that's not
that is his. Ooh, it's so much fun to give me jump scares, and I swear to God,
to redirect that to somebody else.
I know one of these days I'm just gonna chop off his dick and be like, "Listen, you laughing now? Didn't think so. Here's a jump scare for you."
Do I need to take note of this? Am I gonna have to go over this on a stand one day? I don't want to testify.
I'm innocent, I promise.
Well, luckily it's recorded, so I really don't need to testify.
I would never.
Please
do that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's terrible.
I don't think I have it in me to murder unless I absolutely...
Murder?
My life
You were
depended
just
on
saying
it.
cutting off appendages. You didn't say nothing about murder. Oh my god, this is
Well, I mean, depending on where I end up cutting them, how deep, you might bleed out. You never know.
All right. Anyway, so
But yeah.
not serious. I don't need to write down.
No,
the date
no,
and
you
time
don't.
this
We're
is
not there
mentioned.
yet. Not there yet, no. No. Now, if I call you and say I have to dispose of some luggage and I require assistance
Don't ever
in that,
call me
then
with
I
that.
would be where. Oh, so you don't got it.
No, you had no. I'm saying
You're not my.
phone calls are logged with your company. You know what I mean? So you do not contact me that way if you need to dispose of something. We will discuss a different way. But do not put me on that call log, okay?
I was gonna say, are we a Marianne and Wanda? Because that's what I was thinking. You don't know that song? Goodbye, Earl. Marianne and Wanda were the best of friends all
Okay.
through
Is
their high
that the
school
Dixie
days.
Chicks?
Yes.
I know that I've heard the song. I don't think I've heard it in full. I've never heard that line.
It's how the song starts. That's crazy.
Oh, well then that says I've probably never heard it from the beginning. I've only ever heard it when they play like the chorus.
It's where she kills her abusive
Oh, I can
husband and
assume,
then
yeah.
calls the best friend and the
Mary
best
and
friend
Wanda,
hugs.
is that what you said?
Marianne and Wanda.
Oh, okay. Wanda makes
Are
me
the
think
two
of, like
friends.
the Fairly Godparents. I've never met a
she's
Wanda in real life. Have you?
She's the one that got, you know.
Oh, she was the one getting beat up, and then they helped
Yeah.
kill her.
And then Marianne
her
came down
abuser.
and helped kill them, and then they disposed of them, and
Oh, that's
and they
lovely.
lived happily ever after, selling Tennessee ham and strawberry jam
Tennessee
down on Highway
ham.
109. That's how the song goes.
Well, yeah, but what the fuck is a Tennessee ham? Is that a real thing?
Most likely.
Is it like with a dry rub? Ooh, I kind of want to figure out.
You want a ham now?
A Tennessee ham.
Nothing like
Specifically.
domestic abuse and murder makes me hungry.
No, I think it's just I haven't had breakfast yet, and I guess my belly's starting to say it's time.
A Tennessee ham is a traditional, intensely savory, dry-cured country ham. So yeah, I guess that's what.
Does it look good? I'm looking at it now.
I mean, a ham looks like a ham to me, to be honest with you. So I don't
yeah,
fucking know.
that is just a generic picture of a ham.
Right,
isn't it?
yeah, so
Okay,
it looks like a
I
Christmas
mean,
ham to me, an Easter ham.
doesn't look really that special, does it? I wonder
But
if they
that's
put
what they
Jack
sell.
Daniels on the rub.
That and strawberry jam. So, and you know that strawberry jam is probably delicious.
I love strawberry jam. I don't care whose it is.
But yeah, well, also just I know we're coming up on our time, and we're both about to turn breakfast into brunch. But also, my sisters, minus one, because I have three, might
Yeah.
be joining us shortly
Next
for
week?
an episode. I don't know when, so we gotta
okay,
coordinate
'cause I think
times
that'd be super
because one, you know, works in a hospital setting. The other one
that's
is
hard.
out living her best life at 19. I think she is now. But yeah, they called me up and they're like, "Oh my god, when can we be on as guests?" I was like,
Is that really
"Let
how
me
it
look.
went?
Let me
or were
look
you-
at this. Let me look at the schedule to see where I can fit you in through all of our people that want to be on." Yeah,
Well,
we
I
got
guess
some
we
openings.
could move like Sigourney Weaver to the following week.
But no, honestly, I called Ariana just to shoot the shit one day, and she's like, "Yeah, Ashley and I were wondering when we could be on," and I was like, "Oh,
really?
yeah." So it was not
I love
prompted
that. I thought
by
maybe
us.
you were like, "Do you want to come on so that you can bring like some new life to it?" Because
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. So I'm gonna work that out with them in
Okay.
the background so that we can get that going.
I wish I
yeah.
had family that wanted to come on. That'd be fun. Oh no, not really. My family sucks. Let's talk to
Well,
you.
I also, while having this conversation with my sister, found out that apparently Papa listens to the podcast, and I did
Your
not know
dad?
that. And I don't know if he listens to it regularly or not. But like, I guess, I guess Ashley and Ariana were talking about it one time when they were at his house, and he's like, "Your brother be talking about some shit on there," and I'd be like, "Yep."
Is that how your dad talk? Your brother be talking about some shit?
No, that's how I said it. He probably said
it's like your
Nick's,
interpretation.
talking crazy. Very Caucasian man. Like, no, he's not saying brother be talking shit.
I don't know. No. I mean, I've never met your father, so I don't know.
Nope, that's my.
Like he actually listens, or is it just like he sees the little clips?
I don't know, but Ariana made it sound like he listens, and I'm just like, oh, God. But hey, here we are.
Try to think of everything you've ever said.
I could never remember anything I ever said. Like Ariana will comment and send the comments, and I'm like, ugh, I can't understand what we were talking about based on this context. Like literally, she commented She commented 3 times recently, and I called her up. I'm like, what was I talking about in reference to this? And I'm like, she goes, you were talking about dating Matt. I was like, oh, sorry. Don't remember, but okay. But yeah, good times. Well, my friend,
I think that's exciting. Yeah, definitely.
It is. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a hoot and a holler.
It will be for me. I don't know about you.
Oh, I know. I feel like it's going to be awful for me because Ariana has probably all the tea.
The best stories.
That I've probably told on myself on this podcast, but she has it from obviously a different perspective. And then Ashley is just there for a good time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, aren't we all?
Right. But it's been real and it's been fun, my friend.
It has been. I'm glad we're doing this again. We need to stay regular now.
Oh,
no more distractions.
I'm not
regular. Going anywhere. So I've got nothing in the diary for the next 6 months.
Oh, so great, so great. We'll figure. Yeah, we'll get it knocked out. You know, we'll be on a regular schedule for all the people that want to sponsor us and stuff, and
yes, like
devoted fans and.
Today? Antigua. Oh no, that's not a specific company. Okay, never mind. Anyway, yeah, it's been great.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I don't need to hit.